So let us begin our today's topic of discussion, that is India-US relationship. During the recent official state visit of PM Modi to US, the two leaders have reiterated the recent visit and concluded agreement as a new stage in the India-US relationship. India and US shared multifaceted comprehensive global strategic partnership. So this comprehensive global strategic partnership comprises areas like defense technology, telecommunication, civil nuclear cooperation, clean energy partnership, critical emerging technology, trade and economy, critical minerals, quantum technology, health, education, space technology, counter-terrorism, and Indo-Pacific security. So let us discuss these areas of cooperation in a more comprehensive way. Okay. So first we will discuss the defense cooperation. Agreements have reached on defense cooperation, including the transfer of jet engine technology. The Generic Electric and Hindustan Aeronautic Limiteds have signed a memorandum of understanding to jointly produce GE 414 jet engine in India for the Tejas Mk-12 Mk2 light combat aircraft. The US and India are fostering defense industrial collaboration through an innovative platform called IndusX, INDUSX, which is US India Defense Acceleration Ecosystem. Next area of cooperation is space cooperation. India is joining a framework of 25 countries for space exploration and cooperation. Both countries have agreed on a mission to the International Space Station in 2024. Next area of cooperation is technology and innovation. The Critical and Emerging Technologies ICET initiative aims to enhance strategic technological cooperation and collaboration and build resilient supply chain. There is a focus of cooperation in critical minerals and space sector also. Next area of cooperation between India and US is US semiconductor company Micron Technology plans to invest in a chip assembly and a test facility in Gujarat with the support from the government of India and the Gujarat government. Next area of cooperation is climate change and sustainability. So both the nations have committed to combating climate change and promoting clean and renewable energy. Collaborative efforts are underway on climate initiatives to achieve a sustainable future. Next area of cooperation is Visa Renewal Program. US has recently announced a pilot program for domestic visa renewal by eliminating the need for certain petition based temporary workers to travel abroad for renewable stamps. The program is set to expand to cover H-1B and L-1 skilled visa and possibly other categories by 2024. Other area of cooperation is consulate and people-to-people relationship. The US plans to open new consulate in Bengaluru and Ahmedabad to strengthen people-to-people relationship. So now we will discuss the area of convergence between India and US that will foster its partnership, strategic partnership between each other. So the first area of cooperation is balancing China. As both India and US share the strategic interest of balancing China, US being the global superpower sees China as the most potent threat to its global hegemony. While China's aggressive pursuit of military edge along India's borders and increasing naval presence in the Indian Ocean poses a threat for India's territorial and maritime security. Next area of convergence is democratic ideals. India is the world's largest democracy and US is one of the oldest democracy. This brings natural comfort among the political class of both the countries. Next area of convergence is a growing track to engagement. So, this track to engagement is a practice of conflict resolution that involves non state actors such as private citizens, parliamentarians, journalists, in to work to improve communication and understanding between the two conflicting groups. For example, India US 2 plus 2 ministerial meeting, India US commercial dialogue, and India US economic and financial partnership. Next area of cooperation is growing engagement with the US Congress. So, PM Modi has become only PM to address the US Congress twice. There is a growing presence of India's diaspora in the US, which account for almost 1% of the total US population. Next area of convergence of India US is globalization and economic cooperation. After the LPG reform of 1990s, we become a fit for US. Means LPG reforms triggered market force in India. US based cooperative sector sees India as a large market. This developed India's attraction for the US, and in this corporate sector act as a bridge in advancing the relationship between India and US. If we talk about the if we talk about the next area of cooperation, that is the defense cooperation. So both have strong defense cooperation based on the new framework for India-US defense cooperation that was renewed in 2015 for a period of 10 years. US emerged as a critical supplier of defense equipment and system to India, and both countries conduct a number of bilateral military exercises, for example, Yuddhabhyas and Vajrprahar, and also participated in defense exchange to deepen their military to military cooperation. In 2019, these two countries conducted trilateral exercise called Tiger Trump. Other area of cooperation is the multilateral cooperation, such as Quad, I2U2, Indo-Pacific Economic Framework, and Middle East Economic Framework. All these multilateral cooperation in a way reflect an increasing alignment between the US and India. Other area of convergence is stand stand against the terrorism. Now we will talk about the another area of convergence, which is military cooperation and nuclear support. India US signed civil nuclear agreement, also famously known as 123 agreement, in which India agreed to separate its civil and nuclear facilities and to place all its civil nuclear under the IAEA, International Atomic and Energy Agency, to safeguard, and in exchange US agreed for complete civil nuclear cooperation. India and US also signed four military agreements. First is General Security of Military Information Agreement signed in 2002, which aims to facilitate sharing military information. Next agreement is Logistic Exchange Memorandum of Agreement signed in 2016. It reciprocal provision of logistic support and supplies and services between the two militaries. Next agreement is COMCASA, Communication Capability and Security Agreement. Under this, they share and secure communication exchange between two nations, and facilitate access to advanced military information. Next agreement is Basic Exchange and Cooperation Agreement, which signed in 2020, which aims to facilitate sharing of military information including maps, nautical chart and other unclassified imaginary data. Next area of cooperation is trade cooperation. US emerged as India's biggest trading partner in 2022 and 2023 on account of increasing economic ties between the two. Bilateral trade has increased by 7.65% to $128.85 billion in 2022 and 2023 as against $119.5 billion in 2021 and 2022. Export rose by 2.81% and import grew by 16%. US is the largest destination for India's merchandise export, while US rank as India's third largest. ex- India is the largest destination of India's merch sorry US is the largest destination for India's merchandise exports, while US rank as India's third largest merchandise import supplier after China and EU. Now we will talk about the challenges associated with the relationship or in between the relationship of US and India. So first is related to trade. So recently, India and US confronted each other regarding tariffs and protectionist policies. US has continuously accused India of high tariffs and India have accused US of restriction of US markets and high tariff on Indian product. Next challenge associated with the relationship of India and US is intellectual property right. So, US has continuously criticized India for its intellectual property right policies. It has accused India of acting against intellectual properties of major companies, especially pharmaceutical over generic drugs. Next area of conflict associated with India and US. Next challenges which is associated with India and US is the continuous support to Pakistan. Although US has reduced its support to Pakistan, it has still provided monetary support to Pakistan. In February 2026, US intended to provide Pakistan 8 nuclear capable F-116 fighter and assorted military goods. Next challenge associated with India and US is India's relationship with Russia. India is all-time friend of Russia, while US is all-time rivalry. In 2018, India inked the historic agreement with Russia to procure S-400 surface-to-air missile surface-to-air missile defense system, ignoring America's CATSA, with US threatening India with sanction over India's decision. Next challenge between India and US is its relationship with Iran. See, India has continuously brought oil from Iran despite of US sanction on Iran. The US threatened India with sanction over India's decision to buy oil from India in Iran, but recently it exempted India from sanction that allow India to buy oil from Iran. Next challenge in India-US relationship is related to tariff. US imposed tariff on steel and aluminium import from India. US has also called out high tariff in India on certain categories such as automobiles. India withdrew up a list retaliatory tariff and filled it with WTO but held off on applying them. Next issue is GSP, which is Generalized System of Preference. US removed India from the GSP program. However, in 2018, India was the largest beneficiary of GSP. Over one tenth of US goods import from India entered duty free under the program, example chemical, auto parts, and tableware. Next challenge in India and US relationship is related to agriculture. India has been demanding enhanced market access for its agriculture produce in the US market. India has opposed enhanced phytosanitary standards being imposed by the US to curb import from the India. US want to export excess ethanol for India's ethanol blending with petrol. Next challenge in India-US relationship is related to digital economy. Issue exists regarding data localization, data privacy, and e-commerce, where companies uh, headquartered in USA are misusing the data, such as data of Indian citizens, for their market purpose. For example, in Facebook, e-commerce rules of India and data equalization levy have also been contentious trade issue between the two countries, where US feel that these hit global software giants adversely, for example Amazon, Apple, Microsoft, and Google. Data protection bill in India is also a issue between India and US. India rules for mandatory testing and certificate of telecom equipments have also been a concern for US. So what needed to be done? See, both are emerging as a strategic partner, and as such there is a need for convergence of all issues concerning both the countries. Trade forms a foundation of such a strategic partnership. Second thing is reinstate, reinstatement of the GSP, so that it would benefit the Indian export to US, and India can act as an alternative for Chinese gold in the US market. Third thing is delinking issue. US reportedly considered capping the issues issuance of H-1B visa to about 15% of any country that does data localization. Okay, does data localization. This goes against the spirit of having an overall improvement in trade between the two. Like the 2 plus 2 dialogue, there is a need for institutionalization of the economic dialogue between the US trade representatives and the Ministry of Commerce and Industry. India needs to boost manufacturing sector and makes export more competitive to become major trade partner of US, replacing China. There is a need that both nations must actively work towards ex- de-escalating trade tensions. Regular convergence of trade policy forum and its working group to iron out trade issues. Collaboration on merging technologies such as cyberspace, semiconductor, AI, 5G, 6G, and future generation telecommunication technology. Participation and collaboration between private sector and in both the countries in building critical linkages in critical sectors can be done. Other thing is regular exchange of information on standards and conformity assessment procedures to ensure that all the requirements are no more trade restrictive than necessary. There is a need for transparency in the rulemaking process and focus on enhanced good regulatory practices. So, US is a superpower, but due to some reasons, the hegemony of USA are in conflict. So let us note the external reason why US hegemony are in crisis. So the first reason is rise of China. Economic, political, and strategic rise of China is issue for the US. China is the world's second largest economy and has the largest military. China has emerged as the overwhelming challenger to the US led system. So it's become a challenge for the US to tackle China. Next is rise of anti-American coalition of China, Russia and Iran. The growing closeness among these three countries have been challenging the US interest in the different theater of the Indo-Pacific, Europe and Middle East. They together have been able to challenge and stretch US. Another challenge for US hegemony is lapse on part of American moral hegemony. See, US intervention in Iraq and Afghanistan lacked moral authority. These regime change policies display that US unilateral policies were unwelcomed by much of the developing nations. Another challenge to the US hegemony is decline of American economic primacy. Despite being the largest global economy, US enjoy relatively less power in the global economic architecture. This is visible from the emergence of G20 as a primary global economic agenda body replacing the G7. More and more global economy is being decentralized with Asia being the driver of global economy. Another external reason that lead to the crisis to the US hegemony is unable to tackle global challenges. US despite being global hegemon, US attitude towards global challenges such as terrorism, pandemic, climate change has not very assuring. President Trump took the US out of the Paris climate deal and US did not collaborate on providing waiver for COVID vaccine. This has been our example that lead to US hegemony in crisis. Another cause external reason is rise of middle power. Middle powers such as India, Brazil, Turkey, South Africa, South Korea have emerged an important player in the global politics. The actors are swing states in political great power politics and enjoy a considerable regional dominance. The US thus must coordinate with these actors and not dominate or dictate them, thus constraining US space to operate. Next external reason is emerging differences in US led order and groupings such as NATO. The transatlantic partnership, which was the essence of US foreign policy, has been strained due to the increasing US expectation of Europe, taking extra step militarily and financially to aid and limit Russia in the European region. Also, the differences between UK and EU and between the EU countries over the policies towards Russia have made NATO and European Union less effective. And if we talk about the internal reason which are detrimental for the US hegemony is deep polarization in American politics, which compromising domestic consensus over global issues. There is a growth of there is a growth lacking of lack of consensus over foreign policy issues in the domestic US policy. Second is slowing economic growth and deglobalization. Third, energy security and following the shale revol- revolution. The energy security following the shale revolution. Another internal challenge is Karzai with long stressed military commitment in Iraq, Afghanistan, and Syria. Now we will see this US hegemony dimension in Europe. See, though there has been some detrimental, like there has been some issues which detriment the US hegemony image. However, if we see in Europe, Finland and Sweden, two traditional neutral countries, joined NATO as a guarantee of their security against aggressive tactics of Russia. In Russia, US has convened a hetero-to-Pacific pacifist Japan to increase its military expenditure to counter China and promote normalization of its ties between Japan and South Korea to address China's aggression against Japan. In Asia, US expanded military support to Taiwan to make it costly for China to invade the island. Okay. Third, USA has renewed its defense pact with Philippines and has signed a comprehensive strategic partnership agreement with the Vietnam, both countries at the receiving end of China's aggressiveness in the South China Sea. Fourth, US has entered partnership with the UK and Australia to empower Australian Navy with the nuclear submarine. Fifth is strengthening of the Quad partnership involving USA, Japan, Australia, and India to balance China in the Asia Pacific region. In the Middle East, USA has aimed to bridge between Israel and Arab world in the form of Abraham Accord, where UAE and Bahrain have accepted normalization of relations with the Israel. USA has floated groupings such as I2, U2, Indian Middle East Economic Corridor for the economic growth and multilateral cooperation in the Middle East region. Just after recent Israel-Palestine conflict, U.S. President Biden visited Israel to establish peace. So, if we talk about the factors behind continued dominance of USA, even after USA facing challenge from the USA, then first will be the ability to forge coalition. The US ability to forge coalition. A remarkable advantage the US enjoy the system of alliances that Russia and China are still aiming to build. Recent China, recent US policy has focused on widening the array of traditional allies with which the US coordinate and act globally to maintain its hegemony. For example, US has aimed to bring countries wary of China such as Japan, India, Australia, Vietnam, Philippines, etc. under its fold and enhance the deterrent against China in the region. Second factor behind continued dominance of USA is its military superiority. USA is the overwhelming military superpower in the world. US military expenditure alone is more than the combined expenditure of the next 10 countries including China and USA. So USA has ability to project its military superiority which is unmatched by any other country. For example, after the rise of tension between Israel and Palestine, US deployed two aircraft carrier in the Middle Eastern Mediterranean Sea. Another factor that US dominance is still persisting in the world is the strength of US establishment to rise above domestic politics and pursued the US national interest. Another thing is the economic superiority of USA. See, despite the relative decline in of the US economy in comparison to China, US continued to be the largest economy in the world with a share of 24%. The imminent slowdown of the Chinese economy due to structural reason means that the USA will continue to have a lead over China economy in the foreseeable future. Another factor is its geographical isolation. See, the location of USA, which is separated by the Pacific Ocean and the Atlantic Ocean from both China and Russia, allows the US to take detached view of the balance of power dynamics playing out in the Asia and Europe. This allowed the US to shift its politics and exploit the contradictions in the growing closeness between China and Russia. For example, in the 1970s, the USA exploited the contradiction between the Russia and China. Another factor is agenda setting agenda setting that despite the ever growing closeness of China and Russia, US continues to have more leverage than other power with with both Israel and the Arabs. Thus, there is no doubt that US continues to have a more power to shape the regional and global agenda. Another factor is the technological superiority which US possess. US companies and military establishment define the cutting edge of technologies. Companies like Google, Microsoft, Facebook, Apple dominate the world in the software. In the military sphere, US tech companies like Boeing, General Electric are at cutting edge of military technology. Another factor is knowledge superiority. That is, US attract the brightest individuals globally. Also, US dominate global research and development expenditure and patent filing in the world. This gives the power to US to dominate the knowledge system and the cutting edge technologies. Another factor is looking beyond democracies. USA has been traditionally invested in promoting democracies in the world and working closely with them. However, recently USA has showed its ability to show a realistic band and work with all the countries which have diverse political system provided they abide by the UN Charter. So, this is all about the India US relationship challenges and what challenges US facing in the world. So, thank you, and please like and subscribe my channel if you like my videos. Thank you.